ShopDog can't believe he doesn't have a bed over here. I'll have to move it back over. But we're going to go ahead and try to get a little bit more of this sorted out today. I lost both light bulbs on that one. Had another one of these just laying on the floor, so we just popped that up. Both sets of lights work, but I only need the one for now. But the one downside to all that darkness up there is it sure makes it seem really dark in here. So, gotta keep working at it. Okay, ShopDog says, you better give everybody an update. Quit listening to Vice Grip. So, remembering in this car, this is our power distribution point. We're pretending that's the stud on the starter because there's just no getting to it. So I've got, here's our actual starter wire. You know, it's in braid. Here is the fusible link to the cab and the one to the alternator. So those are now going around behind. And then what I would like to try to do is find a way to grab maybe this or that intake bolt or something, get a clamp on there, keep those off the transmission dipstick that you can barely see back there, because the big fat one obviously comes up to the alternator. The other one's going to go around behind over to this point right here. So unfortunately there isn't a good way for me to run wires along the firewall, because that all just is directly into the car and I don't want to poke holes in it. So I'm going to use the engine, unfortunately, as my frame of reference, and we'll just bring everything around and we'll get there. It'll work out okay. Just takes a little extra thought and time, and it's a long reach in here and everything is so dark. Okay, so you can see them easier up front. See, there's one that goes flat. There's one on each side in the back that's flat. So I took some scrap and I've been metal working, used the quote marks on that to make two little tabs that are going to bolt down and then give me a point that I can use for you know, my little white poppy guys. I can get one in there and then everybody else can zip tie to that guy. So I think that is how we're going to do that. I don't want everything just laying down on the transmission if I can help it. And, you know, some cables will no matter what. But anything we can do to keep things from sliding around or vibrating, you know, that adds to the life. So I'm going to go hang those up and paint them. Okay, we are going with Cast Blast Aluma Blast. All right, so we have our suddenly aluminum brackets made out of steel. Let's get them in there. Okay, ShopDog's kind of in a mild freak out. We've got a thunderstorm rolling in and the thunder's starting to pop. Okay, I've got one bracket in. The location I wanted to put them, that's not going to work out. So I went off the, you know, the back side of the head. I may rotate that slightly, but that may work out just fine for what I want to do. So on this side, I'm trying to decide where I want to hang that. Remember, I get several hole locations, so I may actually hang it back down here. But just kind of fighting around that dipstick tube. Still haven't figured out how on earth we're ever going to fill this transmission, but, you know, it is what it is. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put that bolt back in, get it torqued, and keep moving. And ShopDog's going to keep shaking. Okay, so sorry for the discontinuity there. We're coming out to shoot our closeout from last night because with the storm, we kind of lost power, and that was that. It all came crashing down. We had to go in the house. So, just kind of give you an update of what ShopDog and I did get done. It was obviously not as much as we had originally hoped, and that happens. I spent a lot more time trying to make these brackets than I probably should have, but I really don't want to let those wires just hang. Like I said, I'm probably going to rotate that one a little bit, but that gives me a point where I can put a tree, and that For right now, I've just got a zip tie on there. You can see, just holding it. But eventually, I think that's going to be a screw point for something like that coming up to hold those main power wires over there. So that's the plan on that. And then that. So that'll give me a spot where I can put one of my little white retainers. And yeah, that I know it doesn't look like much got done, but it was several hours of work, and then with the storm and losing electricity, that got old right quick. Yeah, you're not doing anything in the dark. So this is the first time ShopDog and I have been out. I'm actually at work right now, so just took a 5-minute break. Gotta get up and walk around once in a while. So with that, thanks for watching. ShopRex says thanks for watching.